Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to construct a single motor vehicle as a part of robotics construction level 2 course. This vehicle we are going to use to perform a few experiments later. Learning objective is simple: to construct single motor vehicle from instruction. Let's go to step 1. In step 1, we have two C plates and we have created one hole using a flat rotator and one 0.5-inch bolt and nut at one end here. Then we have created another hole at this side using another flat rotator and one 0.5-inch bolt and nut. Now please see the difference the way we have created these holes. Here we wanted the hole a little away from the end, and that's why we have used a slanted flat rotator here. Now similarly, in the second C plate also we create two holes. These are mirror images of each other. Let's go to step 2. In step 2, we are attaching one rectangular plate to the two C plates which we created in step 1 using few flat connectors. Here one flat connector and two nut bolts. Here one flat connector, two nut and bolts, and also one L connector. Similarly, on this side, here one flat connector using two nuts and bolts, and here one flat connector and one L connector using two nuts and bolts. Now in step 3, we are attaching one square plate at a perpendicular angle to the two L connectors which we created in last step, using one nut and bolt here and one nut and bolt here. To that square plate, we are also attaching one L connector on this side, one L connector on this side, using one nut and bolt on each side. Now observe the direction of the nut and bolt here. Head is inside and the tail is outside. This is very important. If you put the tail inside, you will not be able to connect the next part to these L connectors. Let's go to the next step. In the next step, we have one rectangular plate and one double bar. They are connected to each other using two nut and bolts. And this entire assembly is connected here using one nut and bolt here and one nut and bolt here to this square plate which we had connected in last step. There were two L connectors. To those two L connectors we have connected this assembly. And to ensure that we have a slanted orientation, we have not connected them very tightly. Let's go to next step. In this step we are connecting the DC motor with a motor shaft. Observe where the motor shaft comes from and where the motor screws are connected. On the motor shaft we have also placed one spacer. We have also connected a long axle, axle B, through the holes which we created using slanted flat rotators through both the sides. So this axle is going through this hole from this C plate and it is going out from the other flat rotator on the other C plate. And on both sides we have put one spacer on the axle. Let's move on to the next step. Onto the motor shaft we have connected gear B and locked using a shaft lock. Onto the axle we have inserted one medium gear. We have also placed now another big axle through the holes created in front on both the C plates, and on both sides there is one spacer on the axle. Let's move on to the next step. Now it's time to attach the wheels. So one wheel on this side of the axle, one wheel on that side of the axle, locked using one shaft lock each. Similarly, in front also we have attached two wheels, one on this side, one on that side, locked with two shaft locks. You need to observe that the flat part of the wheel is seen from this side, from the outside. That means the protruded part of the wheel is inside. That completes our single motor vehicle. And what we learned to construct single motor vehicle from instructions. And this vehicle we are going to use for a few experiments in our next classes. Till then, bye bye.